Hey, what's up? My name is Daniela and welcome to a new video. So this video has kind of a dramatic title because I like to do that sometimes. But basically I'm going to talk about video ideas you can do for your Booktube channel or maybe some other platforms if you're currently in a reading slump or if you're currently not reading that much. So I know that a lot of people struggle with this, and I see people asking for video ideas all the time, and sometimes people are just not that inspired or don't have many new ideas for videos, and I kind of get that, but also not really, because I always have a huge list of ideas. Most of them I never film. So yeah, video ideas are definitely not a thing I struggle with on Booktube. There are other things obviously I struggle with. Consistency. Recently I made a video about tips on how to find new Booktube channels you love, and I really enjoyed making this type of content, and I hope it will help for some people. So I decided to do some more of these kind of advice type videos. Definitely let me know what do you think about this format or type of video, and if there's anything you're struggling with or anything you'd like me to make a video on. If you end up liking this video, it would really help me out if you give it a thumbs up, and of course you can also subscribe if you want. But without further ado, let's jump into the list of video ideas for when you're in a reading slump. So first off, we have my favorite type of Booktube video, and if you know me a bit, you know that that's a book on a haul. So I'm not saying this only because it's my favorite type of video, but I also think that especially when you're in a bit of a reading slump, unhauling your books can be really beneficial, because you go through your collections and you read out the things you're not really interested in, and then the things you're actually interested in can breathe and they are more center of your attention. So you are more likely to pick up books when you actually have books you're excited to read about and they aren't hidden or just like shadowed by stuff you're not interested in. If you need some unhaul motivation or inspiration, I have a whole playlist of unhauls, and also I'm planning something special in the next couple of months. So what's some other expression than keep your eyes peeled, because I really don't like that one. I guess keep your eyes open for that. Whether or not you decide to unhaul some books, you can also film a bookshelf reorganization. So I personally like to switch up the way I organize my books from time to time, sometimes quite often, and it's really fun filming that, and I really love watching that too. So it's a win-win. Again, chances are that this might actually help you with your reading slump as well, because you shake things up and hopefully you will get more excited about reading again. Now that you've decluttered and reorganized your book collection, you can also film a bookshelf tour. So bookshelf tours might be a bit more work consuming to film because you have to edit a lot, change the angle and stuff like that, but the result is definitely worth it in my opinion. For me, it is really nice to have a memory of what my shelves looked like at a certain point in time, and also these videos tend to do very well. So my bookshelf tour from 2020 is actually one of the most viewed video on my channel. Funnily enough, I don't own almost any of the books from that tour anymore. Then of course, even if you're not reading that much at the moment, you can still talk about all of the books that are on your TBR. And we usually see books on the TBR for a given month, but if you're not doing monthly TBRs, or if you don't want to do them at the moment, you can do themed ones. So you can take specific categories, like let's say age categories, so young adult books on my TBR, or genre, so non-fiction books on my TBR, for example. If you like some specific theme or setting in a book, you can also do that. Let's say office romances on my TBR. Another idea that's kind of similar to an unhaul, but not really, and is decluttering your digital TBR. So chances are you have a Goodreads account or a Storygraph or some spreadsheet where you have all of your books, well, not all of your books, but actually books you've heard about and you might want to read eventually. And I don't know about you, but I had like hundreds of books on my Goodreads TBR. So I actually did 2 declutter sessions and I deleted a lot of things on that list and it felt good. Another thing you can film is to test some bookish experience. So what I mean about this is, for example, what Kayla from Books and Lala did, and she tested various bookish notebooks like for tracking your reading. She also did one on book recommendation services. Of course, another version of bookish experience would be visiting different bookshops, for example, or some bookish places in general. Next idea are discussions. So there are countless topics which you can choose to make a discussion about. So it can be anything relating to reading, being a reader, Booktube, the bookish community. You could even do a discussion about the reading slump itself, because there are some things to say about it. It is often portrayed like a very bad thing, but is it always a bad thing? Then there are tags. So obviously there are so many tags these days. A lot of them are asking you to list some specific books, and some people feel that that might get repetitive, especially if you're not reading a lot of new books. But there are also a lot of tags that don't require that and that talk about your experience as a reader or about your experience in the bookish community. As of today, I have 2 original tags, so obviously I'm going to plug them here. So you can do the international booktuber tag if you're a booktuber whose native language is not English, or if you live in a country that doesn't have English as the main language, or in some other circumstances if you feel that the questions apply to you and you have something to say, feel free to do that. And then I also made the contradictions book tag, which is a tag that asks you to list specific books, but hopefully it's a bit of a different angle than usual. So yeah, I'm going to leave these 2 tags in the description. And there are many others, so you can just search for book tag in the YouTube search and you will find a ton. Then there's the idea for when you're feeling a bit adventurous, and that's making an interview with other booktubers or authors. I think this is an interesting form of collab, just 2 booktubers talking about stuff. It could be anything, or just interviewing maybe some smaller authors who would love to do that. Then we have book recommendations. So similarly as with your TBR, this can be categorized or themed as anything you want. The possibilities are endless. So you can have books by a specific group of authors, a specific age category, genre, trope, theme, some specific rep or setting, whatever you want. Again, Kayla did some, like, I think it's called overly specific book recommendations, because she likes specific things in books, and I'm sure you do as well. So this can be really original based on what you specifically like in reading. Then we have Booktube channel recommendations videos. So this is one of the ways I mentioned in my video on how to find new booktubers. So you could shout out some of your favorite creators. It is a great way to support other people, and you help even more people by recommending these people, so it's a win-win-win. The next one is to show how you organize your reading. So maybe you have a bullet journal, maybe you have your Goodreads and you have some specific shelves there, I know I do, or you have Storygraph or some other service, or just your own spreadsheet. And I think that could be really interesting because, well, for me personally, like, tracking reading and tracking things is an interesting topic, and I know I'm not the only one. So yeah, that's also something you can do. And the last idea are behind the scenes videos. So you could talk about what equipment you use, how you plan out your videos, how you go about filming them, how much time does it take you to make content. Those are really interesting ones. So yeah, anything regarding creating content that you normally don't show. So that's it for the list. Definitely let me know your thoughts and let me know how you organize your ideas for content and what inspires you the most. If you don't have anything to add, just leave me an emoji to let me know you were there. In the description there are links to my social media, so you can follow me there, and there are also some ways that you can support my channel. I have launched Ko-fi, which is a tip jar, and I don't think I've officially announced it, so yeah, this is the announcement. But obviously I already very much appreciate any type of support, so watching my videos, liking, commenting, retweeting my tweets, whatever. You are the best. So with that being said, like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!